Gefrustreerd over vreemde domeinnamen en moeilijk te onthouden e-mailadressen? Niet nodig. Bij one.com kunt u uw eigen domeinnaam kiezen en zoveel unieke e-mailadressen aanmaken als u wilt. Bij one.com kunt u uw eigen domeinnaam kiezen en een ongelimiteerd aantal e-mailadressen aanmaken. Begin met het maken van uw website met onze gemakkelijk te gebruiken webeditor. U kunt bestanden daarnaast gemakkelijk en veilig opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we ook voor u de ideale webhostingdienst zijn. Webhosting, een fluitje van een cent, opslaan en delen in uw eigen foto- en videogalerij. Meer dan 1 miljoen klanten ervaren de voordelen van onze service inmiddels al. We denken dat we
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Friday stream. And tonight we will play, not as planned, LA Noire, but good evening, folks. Welcome to the Friday stream. Mute my channel, sorry for that. So tonight we will be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and not as we planned initially. LA Noire was having technical issues to play the game in windowed mode, and alt-tabbing did crash my game entirely. So the stream for tomorrow was Vampire the Masquerade, so we're gonna do it one day in advance, and we might go back to it tomorrow. It's been a while since we last played. And, well, the last stream was, I believe, in December. We were at the warehouse, the explosive warehouse mission, where we had to blow up a Sabbat warehouse. And, well, that didn't go all too well. I was playing a Tremere character using ranged weapons, and well, I was mostly used to play more stealthy characters and do the mission in a different way. Now I was running in guns blazing, and well, I was having some issues with the number of enemies inside. Also struggling with the controls, I have to admit. I cannot remember it that way, but one of the issues is probably that I spend a lot of experience on different disciplines, and the list of disciplines is quite long. So to actually select a discipline, I have to scroll through them, and that just takes too much time in the middle of combat. So I might have to look how we can get past that, maybe concentrate on the most important disciplines against the humans inside the warehouse. Let's get going, guys. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, load game, the warehouse. Hi Maisie, welcome to the stream. Don't know if you heard the opening comments. I was planning to play LA Noire, but due to technical issues getting it on the stream, I've decided to go for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which was initially planned for tomorrow. Right, so we're here inside the warehouse. We've already handled most of the guys down on the lower floor. The explosives have to be placed inside this building, but there's 3 guys here, and I failed a couple of times in a row. So not LA Noire as planned, Maisie, but Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I have to look into that, but it looks like I cannot play LA Noire in windowed mode, and playing it full screen makes the game crash when I try to alt-tab out of it to go through my streaming software or to my browser. Right, let's have a look. We can use our scroll wheel to change disciplines. Right, what else do we have? Oh, we have the discipline menu, and this is something I haven't been using much before. When I select A or Q on your regular QWERTY loadout, you can actually change the disciplines. What I'm still wondering here is, suppose I select Dominate. Yeah, which Dominate discipline is that? I do have more than one level of Dominate. Same with Thaumaturgy. No target found. Yeah, of course, but it goes to Bloodstrike. Let's check all specs. Oh, yeah, and I just activated it. Let's fool around with the controls first, and then I will reload and try it again. So that worked. Blood heal. That worked. Dominate. It just goes to the first Dominate command. And since I probably need a target for it, but yeah, I have command and I have brainwipe. So what if I select dominate? Will it automatically use the first one, command? Looks like it. And so with thaumaturgy, that would mean I would use blood strike, but I may want to use blood shield or blood purge. Right, what are the alternatives? 2, 3, 5, 6, no. Looks like I can also use the number keys, but it's not very consistent. Oh, that's blood shield. Did I activate blood shield? Man, these controls are so freaking weird. One shows me a blood shield, but I didn't see myself activating it. 2 seems to draw my pistol. 3 does nothing at all. 4 goes to blood heal, but it doesn't launch it. Wow. Not good. Really not good. Well, at least if I use F1 for blood heal, F2 for auspex, F5 for blood buff, that's already an improvement. So A, F1 to heal, A, F2 for auspex, A, F5 for blood buff. And then AF3 for dominate, AF4 for thaumaturgy. F4 doesn't work. It says F4. Man, this game is... I do not remember it like this, so I'm really wondering if this has anything to do either with the patch or if it's just because I had less different disciplines at the time and it was easier. For something made with the Source engine, this is very bad in terms of controls. I mean, I would just want to have like a bar at the top with all the disciplines and stuff, and you just select F1 for that and F5 for this, and it's visible on screen. Is it something I can configure? Let's just have a look, shall we? Already the number keys are not mentioned, so it doesn't look like I can change that. Melee weapons, yeah, I know that one. F1 for melee, F2 for ranged, and F3 for armor. Hotkey menu, K. What does that do? K. Right. Okay, that's better. So, I found what I was looking for. So, one is the Shingunto. 2 would be, I'm not exactly sure which one of the, that's the shotgun, I believe, huh? The Itaka. So 2 would be shotgun. 3 blood heal, that's fine. 4 would then be blood buff. 5 auspex. We don't have any blue blood packs, so let me just put blood pack in F10. What do we have left? 2, 4. We cannot put all disciplines in here, it looks like it. Do I really want to use blood packs in the middle of combat when I have thaumaturgy? I don't think so. So command brainwipe. And then thaumaturgy, blood strike, thaumaturgy. Blood Purge, and Thaumaturgy, Blood Shield. That should be better. Let's see if we can remember everything. 1 for melee, 2 for ranged, 3 for blood heal. Use blood to heal damage. 4 blood buff to increase our physical stats. Not sure is that really so useful for a ranged character like me. 5 Auspex. I might turn things around because finally Auspex and Thaumaturgy and Dominate are gonna be much more important for my Tremere character. So I'm gonna put Dominate in 4 and 5. Then Thaumaturgy in 6, 7 and 8. Sorry I have to do this, but it's really essential for me to be able to play the game in the first place. And then we will put Auspex in 9 and Blood Buff in 10. Right, let's check this out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it just selects the discipline, but it doesn't activate it. That's good. And then I just right click to activate. So let's see if I can remember. Thaumaturgy, first level, 6, right. Of course I need a target. Blood Shield, 8, right. Yep, that works. Okay. Now, if I reload, will it be saved? I think not. Which was a bit silly to do it, but yeah, should go fast if we know what to do. I already have the shield active. Yeah. Okay. So, Shingunto, Itaka, Blood Heal, Dominate Command, Dominate Brain Wipe, Thaumaturgy Blood Strike, Thaumaturgy Blood Purge, Thaumaturgy Blood Shield, Auspex and Blood Buff. Right. Looking better, don't you think? That should be a lot easier. Let me just check up on the disciplines as well. Remember what is what. So Auspex will give me wits and perception, revealing auras. Auras is usually good when you're not in combat, of course, to see whether people are friendly or hostile or whatever. Wits and perception is good in combat. Wits increases your defense and perception increases ranged combat. Since I will be using guns mostly, I'm not strong, so melee will not be my thing, neither will be unarmed combat. You can see that here, 1 and 1. So I will be relying on ranged combat and defense more, complemented by my Tremere disciplines, of course. So Auspex is actually pretty decent. Increasing perception by 1 and wits by 1, that means that my defense and range combat go up to 5 instead of 4. That is significant. Right, then we have Dominate Command. Target sinks into a trance or starts to dance for about 15 seconds. So that's good to actually disable someone and costs 1 blood. Brain Wipe on 5. All enemies think I've disappeared, but it only lasts for 5 seconds. Not sure how useful that is. It's good to just go inside an area to use this and to walk past if you don't want to engage them. But I believe there were people in the room where I had to plant the bomb, so in 5 seconds I cannot possibly plant the bomb and run out before they start shooting at me. I'm thinking Brain Wipe will not be important. So 4 is still good to disable 1 target. Then Blood Strike. strike with a projectile, and if he lives, the bloodshot will return with stolen blood. This is good when I'm getting low on blood, because I can steal the blood, but only if the target is not about to die already. And then Blood Purge, yeah, does a lot more damage also to vampires, important, but it costs 2 blood. And then we have Blood Shield, which we already have active, costs 3 blood and absorbs a portion of the damage inflicted. It will dissipate once it has when it has absorbed enough damage. So when you take a certain amount of damage, your damage, you will not be damaged, but the blood shield will deplete, and once it has taken a certain amount of damage, it will disappear. So most important ones, let's just make sure we don't forget that. I might rearrange them anyway. I'm gonna put Auspex in 4 because it's important for combat. So healing in 3, Auspex in 4, Command in 5, just to disable one target. Then Blood Strike is fine in 6. Blood Shield I will put in 7. Then Blood Purge. And Brain Wipe in 9. It's less logical in terms of discipline because the 2 dominate ones are scattered, but they're ordered more in terms of importance. Auspex for combat, Command to disable one enemy, 6 to strike one enemy and capture their blood, and 7 to have some protection, whereas the last 3 I probably won't really use. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's already get our shotgun out. I'm gonna be needing Auspex. I already have the shield, and I will disable one enemy, which is 5. Yep. Oh yeah, they're behind that door. Let's just save. So we do have the keyboard mappings set. Just check it if there's nothing we can interact with here. Appears not. Okay, here we go. Auspex, open the door. Okay. He's dead. Right.
Freeze, motherfucker!
And he's dead. Let's just hide for a moment. And then we'll go with the Blood Strike. Yep. Is he a vampire? Okay, we got him. But we don't have much blood left. That Blood Strike didn't do that much. Well, we're already further than we were the previous time. So that certainly helped. Which door did we come in? That one? Yeah. But, oh yeah, this is where I have to place the explosives. Let's just check out the rest before we move on. Because once we place those explosives, the timer will start ticking, and we want to get out of there before the whole thing explodes. Right. Okay, I can't pick it up. I already have a knife, I guess. And it's not my blood that's low, it's my health, so I might just go with blood heal. That should help a little. Okay. Are we ready? Yeah, gonna stick with the shotgun as a weapon. Arming explosives. Explosive armed. Let's get the hell out of here. Ooh. That was in your face, man. And this is a vampire for sure. Oh, aggravated. Shield. Nope. Still have to learn my keys. That was a vampire for all clarity. So the shotgun against a human, he would have been dead from the shotgun blasts, but not this vampire. So I will definitely need to do something about that. What was the discipline that worked well against the vampires? There was one that specifically mentioned supernatural foes. Right, Blood Purge. Blood Purge, which I have set to 8. 8 for Blood Purge. Okay. I'm not sure if I need the Auspex, I might as well save the blood. Not very efficient at this range, but it gives me the advantage that I can take him off before the others come in. Oh, he's standing in front of the door? Got him. Okay, that's better. Got him. What did we need? Blood strike. Yep, give me your blood, man. Got him. Well, that went better. We have more blood left. 3 for blood heal. Still making sure I remember the controls. Will take a bit of practice to get used to them. Right. Now we want to do it better this time. Let's just save, shall we? Bit silly saving so often, but given the difficulties I'm having here, we might just as well do that. Arming the explosive. Then get the hell out of here. Oh no, 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 no. Damn, can I cancel? I cannot cancel. I'm wasting time. Of course I cannot hack that door or lock that, pick that door, sorry. Right, this is where the vamp comes in. Which discipline will we be using? Blood Purge. Yeah, this one. Okay, try and use the terrain. Oh. Yeah. Right. The shotgun's way too slow to fight this guy. I'm gonna need a different strategy. I'm probably gonna use just a pistol and make sure I keep my distance. Also, that Blood Purge didn't do that much, I had the impression. Let's just switch this round Colt. Yeah, the reload is an issue, and the shotgun fires slow, and the reload, of course, is even slower. And against humans, it's okay. From close range, a shot or two can kill them, but against this vampire, that's just not sufficient. And when he gets close, he does aggravated damage, so it looks like our man is a gangrel who has the ability to grow claws, and those are dealing aggravated damage. The difference you can see if you look at my health bar at the left, aggravated damage is in a different color, and that takes more time to heal. Another thing I probably didn't do very well is I should wait a moment to let my health recover. Because my health is recovering over time, I probably should wait a moment to plant the bomb until my health is at full again. So we definitely want Blood Purge. What else do we have? Brain Wipe. What can we use against this guy? Yeah, Blood Shield. Blood Shield should also help a bit. Yeah, Blood Purge. Stealing blood, of course, is also good, especially against a vampire. So let's forget about the Dominate and the Auspex and just fully go Thaumaturgy, Blood Shield, Blood Purge, Blood Strike. So 6, 7 and 8. And try to keep distance. Right, we're still not fully healed. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it from this side of the table, then walk through there. We also have the timer to think about, so not just the vampire. Well, this is going slow. Almost there. Yeah, we might as well make it easy on ourselves. I could use Blood Heal to do it faster, but then of course I would get low on blood. I'm below half, so I probably want to keep my blood reserves. You can use blood to heal, but you cannot use health to recover blood. So as you can see, your health will recover, but it's a very slow process. So in the middle of a fight, it's not gonna help you much. But if you take a little bit of damage in every fight, it's just fine because your health will recover back to maximum afterwards. Right, I think we're far enough. Save game again. So we don't have to do this again. Place the explosives. Blood Shield. Come on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And steal some blood. Up. Yep, I can. Where is he? He's dead. But I am low on blood. And the timer's running. And it's dark. And you can see the yellow is aggravated damage, steal some blood. Wow. And again, aggravated damage. He's a vampire, alright. I thought Bloodstrike would steal a lot more blood. Wow, we're bad at melee, and our stats say we are bad at melee, but apparently melee is going easier than ranged. That doesn't make sense. Right. Get out of here. Oh wait, you're human? Six. Give me your blood.
Ow. Keep going, then.
Okay. And now get out of here. What was the... run? No. We're already running. Oh, we did it!
The warehouse. Your handiwork, I presume?
Right. More story, guys. It was a frustrating mission with this character. With a stealthy character like Malkavian, this was actually a fun mission to do. But yeah, with the Tremere, I'm not enjoying it that much. Although the dialogues are still pretty cool. The warehouse, your handiwork, I presume. So this guy transformed from a wolf to a vampire. No, it wasn't me. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did it. What the hell are you going to do about it? Or, what the... Are you a werewolf? Yeah, that was me.
Hopefully no Sabbat saw you escape. They can be somewhat antagonistic.
Who are you and why have you been following me? So, whose side are you playing for, Wolfie? So, are you a werewolf? Who are you and why have you been following me?
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
I saw a ghost at a local hotel. I met some kindred on the beach that didn't seem like kindred. The Santa Monica Baron has a split personality, or I didn't really see anything out of the ordinary. I'm gonna go with 2. I met some kindred on the beach that didn't seem like kindred.
Thin bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred, hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, really? I saw a ghost at a local hotel.
A ghost? Quite ordinary. I generally pay wraiths no mind. All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
Did you know that the Santa Monica Baron has a split personality?
She's undoubtedly Malkavian. Or should I say, they are undoubtedly Malkavian.
And you, my friend, are undoubtedly a gangrel. Other than that, I really haven't seen anything extraordinary.
Most of my contacts here report sensing something unusual in the night air, like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one, and be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
Night, Beckett. And I can't move. Okay, oh no, it's just the end scene. Right, so if you remember, we did this mission for this guy over here, the Nosferatu, who had gone into hiding for the Malkavian sisters, which weren't actually sisters, the deranged Malkavian sisters leading the city of Santa Monica. And this Nosferatu over here had gone into hiding, so we went to the Ocean House Hotel, did a few other missions for the Malkavians to get him from hiding, and we then had to do for him this mission to blow up the Sabbat warehouse using the astrolite explosives that Mercurio had procured us, or had to, because we finally had to do it ourselves.
Nice
Right.
work, Cupcake. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed off Sabbat just howling for blood tonight.
Thanks. Do you know someone named Beckett?
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why?
I spoke with him.
No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. Well, that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition.
Bertram, I have some serious questions for you.
What do you need?
What was the deal with you and Therese Verman?
That was just silly vampire politicking, Cupcake. No more. You get used to that kind of thing.
I think Therese really wanted you dead. Did you know Jeanette and Therese were the same person?
I had my suspicions. What an interesting specimen. But a pain in my dead ass for sure.
It sounded a lot more vicious than a pain in your ass.
Of course it did. As if vampires and women both weren't insecure enough. Get them together in one Malkavian body. And look what happens.
I think you have a thing for drama queens.
Yeah, no kidding. Now that the Camarillas moved into L.A., Therese wants the title of Prince of Santa Monica. I guess she saw me as a threat. Funny thing is, I could care less.
Are you not cut out for the job? That's funny, I wanted to ask you about something. Are you not cut out for the job?
I wouldn't want to be the Prince of Terre Haute. I leave that headache to the Ventru. Besides, there's only like 4 vampires in all of Santa Monica. Some kingdom.
That is funny. I wanted to ask you about
Like
something.
what?
I want to know about the sects.
Sure, Cupcake. It's war out there, after all. You should know all you can about the different sides.
What can you tell me about the Anarchs?
The Anarchs. Yeah, I respect what they do, strenuous liberty and all that jazz, but they're kidding themselves. Wherever there's an ounce of power to be had, there'll be people dicking each other over. You think the Camarilla invented that?
Yep. What do you know about Nines Rodriguez?
From what I hear, he's a likable sort, and that's a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarch every day because of him.
For those who watched the stream earlier, the first stream of Vampire, the Nines Rodriguez is the guy who stood up for you in the when your sire was executed, who stood up against the Prince of LA to defend you. I see what you're... Can I ask you about someone else? I see what you're saying. I want to ask you about the clans. I see about the other sects. Other sects first. What do you think about the Camarilla?
The Camarilla works. When you let vampires run wild, you wind up with caitiff frenzying in the streets, thin bloods blowing the masquerade, and hunters sniffing around. Law and order is the kindred's friend.
What do you think of Prince LaCroix?
What am I gonna say? He's the boss now.
Yeah, that says enough. What about that guy who decapitated my sire?
He's LaCroix's iron fist. No one knows the sheriff really, except LaCroix. No one even knows the guy's name. There's lots of rumors about him, though. I heard LaCroix picked him up in Africa over 100 years ago. Obviously, they work well together. Sure.
Yeah, I already asked that.
What am I gonna say? He's the boss now.
I want to ask you about something else. No?
From what I hear, he's...
I want to ask about
sort,
the other
and
sects,
that's
but...
a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarchic.
It only gives me the options of LaCroix and... now I do have the option. About the other sects. I want to know about the Sabbat.
You ask me, the Sabbat makes no sense. They couldn't care less about the masquerade, and they seem to care even less about themselves. It's like, hey, let's all spread hell on Earth so we can feel big and bad. Oops, I'm dead. Now how did that happen?
I want to ask you about the clan. Sure.
Sure.
Tell me about the Bruja.
They're a bunch of malcontents. They get pumped up by rousing the rabble they keep around them. Like, that's hard. Nothing breeds faster than contempt. And that's what the Bruja are all about. Jealousy and contempt.
I want to ask you about another clan.
Sure.
Tell me about the Gangrel.
Well, they fancy themselves loners and drifters running around the countryside and barking at the moon. It's all just an act. Gangrel can walk upright. They just choose not to.
Yes, wise words.
Sure.
Tell me about the Malkavians.
Malkavians are, interesting. There's something to them. Learning to sort the wisdom from the bullshit can be some work, and, not all of them are worth listening to, but, they're all good fun, if you ask me.
Yes, I also think so. Want to ask you about another clan.
Sure.
The Nosferatu, your own clan.
The Nosferatu are damn good at what we do. No one even argues that. If you need to know, if you want it found, you come to us. We're indispensable. Not a bad place to be in the afterlife.
Right. Lucky
The
you.
Nosferatu stick together, pool resources. We have more going on than anyone could guess at. Our web blankets the night.
Are the Nosferatu part of the Camarilla?
I'm loyal to the clan, loyal to my primogen, and therefore loyal to the Camarilla.
Do you like them?
The Nosferatu are the eyes and ears of the Camarilla, so they take care of us. They value our services, or don't want to be on our bad side.
Yeah.
Either way, no one bothers us.
I want to ask about another clan. Let's just go through all of them. Tell me about the Toreador. Nosferatu and Toreador, that should be quite a bit the opposite.
I don't rub elbows with the pretty bloodsuckers much, but I've seen them work people like puppeteers, and that's admirable. Now, if only they'd get off their slimy asses and put their talent to some use besides feeding their egos.
Okay, it started off somewhat positive, but it quickly started to degrade. Obviously, Toreador being a lot of posers and worried about beauty and their social status more than anything else. Not something the Nosferatu can appreciate. Another clan.
Sure.
Well, my own clan, the Tremere.
Mages. I don't have any reason to trust them.
Hey, wait a second.
Creepy, and I think they like it that way. But to be honest, I don't hear much about the Tremere. There's a few in LA, but all in all, there's not that many of them.
There's one right here for you not to trust.
Well, from what I hear, you're part of a dying breed.
That's good to know. I wanted to ask you about another clan.
Sure.
And we only have the Ventru left.
Well, they get a bad rap if you ask me. Everyone likes to take shots at the man in charge. But when it comes to getting the job done, the Ventru know how to step up. They can take the heat.
Thanks for your time. Right, let's look at our quest log now. And the warehouse mostly lies at the bottom of the Pacific, with a few pieces neatly lodged in a lawn in Pasadena. Report to Prince LaCroix at the Ventru Tower downtown. So we now can finally go downtown. We've been restricted to Santa Monica just until now, but we now unlocked the downtown area. And before I continue, from my first stream you might remember that I mentioned the Vampire the Masquerade tabletop game. Tabletop game which was, is a lot older than the video game. I did notice that a guy called Calvin, which I have followed for other games as well, such as Crusader Kings, has recently been doing several streams of Vampire the Masquerade, the tabletop game, on Twitch, on YouTube, and I definitely recommend checking that out with a few other people. They've been playing tabletop game and recording it using a tabletop simulator called Roll20. Interesting, something I will check out myself. I've been watching Calvin's videos and I highly recommend them. And in the role-playing game you'll encounter a lot more clans than just the 7 Camarilla clans that are present in the game here, Bloodlines. There are a lot more clans than that, including like Cappadocians, Giovanni, La Sombra, Tzimisce, many more clans, Ravnos, many more clans than are featured in the game here. Nothing in the mailbox. Let's go to our apartment then, check our mail. Oh, the White King moves to protect his pawn. Well, thank you guys. This might ring a little bell for some of the people watching the stream here. If you remember the treasure hunt that we did last Friday. And now I see Blobka has also joined. Hi Blobka. The White King moves to protect his pawn. So if you remember, we had an email at the start of the game saying a pawn has moved. The game is afoot. Young Sergic is angry. Yeah, I've noticed many of you have been playing that tank game recently. Is it really that fun? Is it something like, what was it called? The game that we previously played? The Worms-like... damn, I can't even remember the name again. It's Friday, give me a break. I really can't recall the name. There was this game, something like Worms, that we played with tanks. Is it something like that? Or in other words, is it better? Shell Shock Live, yes, Maisie, thank you. Well, shall we move to LA now, downtown? I think we shall. Nope. And how did we do that? Was it not the bus station? I'm not entirely sure how you had to move between areas. Oh, wait a second. We need blood, so... But why would we do that? We still have this girl in the club who would certainly give us blood for free. With bots who say 5 words. Oh my god, lol, nice GG, hide your luck. Much more fun, really. Well, Shell Shock Live wasn't a bad game either, so if it's much more fun, I would be tempted to try that out. And is that a game that you get from a bundle, or is it on Steam? And if so, is it an expensive game?
Hey, you.
Hey you! Mommy's here to get a little more sugar! Wanna come and play with me? As I said, I do. So if you remember from previously, if you seduce someone, then you can feed on them for free. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to Nox, I'm just gonna head out. So what quests do we have left? I did go through it at the moment, but I didn't check them all in detail. So we've intercepted a message from Mr. Durman. He's headed downtown. He's also expecting a call from someone named Reno, and we should report back to Arthur Kilpatrick. So let's do that because it's not far from here. We have to go back downtown for Prince LaCroix. We saw the murder scene, but there's not really an action. And we should visit, of course, the Tremere Regent, and that's also downtown. So besides Kilpatrick, it looks like we don't have much left to do here. And I'm only confused how I could head downtown now. Lots of bots! Well, it's a bit like the game I streamed about 2 weeks ago, Gremlins Inc., the board game. You also have only some emoticons and chat commands, bots. Some of them even DLC.
Caller, you've got the first shot at dead tonight.
Hey there, hot stuff.
Hey, I've got some info about Muddy.
So what'd you find out about Muddy?
He skipped town, I don't know where he is. He's gone, but I'm not sure where. He fled someplace downtown. Well, you can know it.
Alright then. I'll have to call in some bounty hunters to help me find Muddy and a couple of other jumpers. Thanks for all your help.
What brand of yacht do you have?
Can thank me in American dollars. No problem, but how about that money you promised me? You can thank me in American dollars.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Here you are.
He keeps forgetting.
See you around then. If you ever find yourself or a loved one locked up, please call.
I will. Later. Sure, if I'm in trouble, I'll think about you, fatso. I'm a vamp. Oh yeah, he doesn't know I'm a vampire. Sorry. Oops. Oh, how do I head downtown? I honestly can't remember.
Redemption cannot be bought and sold. There is no mercy for the deviant.
Oh, I remember. You just have to head to the cab. No?
Where to?
Ah, just drive. Away from here. Drive, I'll tell you when the mood hits me. Nowhere, something I gotta take care of first. Just drive. Yep, downtown. Right, this will open a lot of new locations, folks. Oops. But someone's gonna save our ass again.
Let's take it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Huh, Lick?
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camera the fuck? Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet. Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
Thanks for the help. I didn't need your help, I could have taken him. Yeah, sure. Thanks for the help.
Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
I remember you from the court.
Kid, I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I'll do that.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
So, he saved our ass for the 2nd time. Nines Rodriguez, who is one of the Anarchs. And a very powerful player in the vampire world. Welcome to downtown Los Angeles. Now, I do have to remember where all the stuff was over here. I need to visit Prince LaCroix, and he is, I believe this is the Venture Tower? I think so. Yes, it is. And who do we have here?
Snack cake? What are you doing here? I mean, I gotta admit, I'm a little flattered if you're stalking me, but anyhow, you see where your little security muffins ended up? Night shift lobby sergeant, huh? Hey, stick with me, because I'm going straight to the top, baby.
Mind doing me a favor, Moon Pie, and buzzing me up? Yeah, I think you can let me up, or, oh, listen, what we had back there was special, but it's over now. No, I'm not gonna say that. Mind doing me a favor, Moon Pie, and buzzing me up?
I'd love to buzz you up, but according to Building Security Protocol 916, I'm gonna have to verify you're supposed to be here before I can open the elevator. I hate to be a Louis Law, but I'm new here, and you don't get a second chance like this every day.
I'm here to see LaCroix. Open the elevator. This is Dominate.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
That was probably totally unnecessary, but have a good one.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. You need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
We got that. Did you say Chunk? Thanks, Chunk. I'll remember that. Did you say Chunk?
Ah, yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot. That was me.
Oh, man. I think this character is one of the funniest in the game. Right, be seeing you, Chunk. Right, now we have to head up. Oh. Penthouse. Well, who do we have here?
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Yes, that is. Yes, but, of course, I. Yes, that is.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
No, none at all. The Santa Monica Kindred were a little two-faced, but that's about it. Or, yeah, your guy Mercurio screwed up big time. I had to get the explosive myself. I'm not gonna set up Mercurio. He helped me get 2 weapons. But I might mention the two-faced Kindred.
A taste of what's to come. You have no idea. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing, the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
I guess. What exactly do I have to do? I'd say yes, sir. Or what's in it for me? Am I gonna play the Anarch and say what's in it for me? Or really be the loyal puppet and say yes, sir? I'm gonna go with the middle ground here, I guess. What exactly do I have to do?
There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the Kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
I think we heard that on the radio, on the television. So, yes, go on.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
What do you need me to do?
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Danes' arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
Yes.
Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He asked me to visit him at the last round.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine.
I'll go see him right away.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Okay. Anarchy I played in 2005 for them. You played in 2005 for Anarchy, Blotka? What do you mean with that? Is it a team of something? Right, quest log. A rendezvous. The prince wants you to investigate the Elizabeth Dane, but before you do, he wants you to contact Nines Rodriguez at the bar called The Last Round and find out what he wants to talk to you. Okay. Was about to head there anyway, whether the prince wants us or not. So you can already see a bit some of the choices you can make in the game. Are you going with the Anarchs or are you loyal to the prince and the Camarilla? Although in a way the Anarchs are not entirely against the Camarilla. They are about the powerhouse of the Camarilla. They, for instance, are not against the Masquerade. Contrary to the Sabbat are completely lack any order and they just don't care if humans see that they are vampires, and as such they pose a threat to vampire society. Oh, okay, got it. Last round. Ooh, the church. Oh yeah. Before we visit the last round, let's just head over to church. Don't you love the view? Even red windows? If I were a vampire, that place would look enormously attractive. A bar with a guy in leather sleeveless shirt, I know who he is. Okay. I don't recall this the last time that there was this obstruction here. Okay.
I knew you'd talk to me. I swear you were all like totally drawn to me. I'm surprised I don't know you. I usually meet all the LA vampires out on the scene. Not a lot of you out tonight, which is weird, because I don't know of any parties going on.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I think you have the wrong person. Vampires, huh? I don't know what you think you know, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, come on. It's totally cool. I'm Patty. Seriously, everyone knows me. Besides, I just wanted to ask you if you've seen someone.
You mean the guy in the bar in Santa Monica, Blobka? Besides, I just want to ask you if you've seen someone. Who is this lucky someone?
His name is Kent Allen Ryan. He's a Toreador. Really good looking, dresses really well, like all Prada usually.
Never heard of him. Happy?
Oh, well, he's pretty powerful. He's probably like too far behind the scenes for you to know about him. Maybe you know some of the people who work for him.
Alright, look, I have to go.
No, don't go. I really need to find him.
She's desperate.
Really. Maybe you can ask around.
Ask around. And Twitch is acting weirdly again. I was like 6 viewers, then suddenly 12, then suddenly 6 again. It's like it's double counting the viewers at times. Don't go, I really need to find him. Really, maybe you can ask around. Why should I?
Oh, look. I haven't seen him in days. He said he'd come see me again. He promised. I might age. He promised I wouldn't get thirsty.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're pathetic. Get away from me. Bye. You're pathetic. Yeah, you really are pathetic.
Well, fine. You're just some ugly fledgling bitch. I've hung out with way more powerful vampires than you'll ever know.
Yeah, I'm playing as a girl, Blobka. Female Tremere.
Last vampire on Earth.
Good luck, ghoul. So I won't be getting a Christmas card is what you're saying. Oh well. Keep your voice down before I rip out your larynx. Yes, keep your voice down. She's a threat to the masquerade. She really is. If I buy you a drink, I won't be wasting my time, right? I like your cans. Oh baby, woo baby, damn baby, baby, ah yeah. What a dialogue option. It's nothing, excuse me. Ooh baby, woo baby, damn baby, baby, oh yeah.
Let me get my coat. I left it with a guy who'll be getting some off me tonight.
Right. This is the disadvantage of playing a female, I guess.
Everybody comes in here's got to have a short house rules. Inhibition's the first thing to go. 2 more of these and you'll be telling me your nastiest, dirtiest stories. I am your beat priestess, and it's time to confess.
Random dialogue options? Not at all, Maisie. The dialogues are really based on the character that you play, your attributes, your skills, your disciplines. They all impact which options you have available in the various dialogues. Much like the tabletop game, where you actually had a character sheet and you had to roll dice for certain actions, and the difficulty was usually based on some of the attributes and skills of the opponent, and the number of dice you could roll was dependent on your own skills. The bar girl, yes, the cure, exactly, Blobka. Now don't go spoil it for everyone, but you're right. Everybody comes in here, short house rules. 2 more of these, you'll be telling me your nastiest, dirtiest stories. I'm your beat priestess and it's time to confess. Are you a bartender or a groupie for the cure? Yes, exactly. Bardock's got rights for vampire. That was awesome news, and I heard they would be working on a new game, but that's a rumor. I haven't seen anything official. Who are you? No. Are you a bartender or a groupie for The Cure?
Venus was her name. Got anything you want to confess?
Too much, nothing I can talk about though. A few nights ago, the life I knew was obliterated. That warehouse that blew up in Santa Monica, that was me. No. I'm definitely not gonna tell that. No, not especially. Few nights ago, the life I knew was obliterated. That's relatively harmless. Or too much, nothing I can talk about though. Yes.
No matter how many times I hear that line, it never gets any more believable. So what's your thing, Stealing from work, sex in graveyards, watching the neighbor's daughter with the lights off?
No, nothing like that. A few nights ago, the knife I knew was obliterated.
Sounds serious. I'm going to need details, so I know whether to pour a Hail Mary or a highway to hell.
Use your imagination, I'm leaving. That warehouse that blew up in Santa Monica, that was me. I like to drink blood, human blood. Or I voted Republican one time. I voted Republican one time.
Really? I don't think I've got anything in this place that's going to wash away that sin. But you know what? Fuck it. Nothing exciting ever happens in heaven anyway, right?
Yeah, being an angel sucks.
Oh, yeah? I've been waiting for someone like you to come in here. You see, I've got this situation that's gotten a little out of hand, and I need someone to inform some people that they won't be getting paid this month. Intrigued yet?
Yes, she knows we're a vampire, right? Well, most likely Blobka, but... Intrigued, go on. You've got 10 seconds. Sorry, not interested, Judy. You've got 10 seconds.
Well, the parking lot next to the Empire Hotel. Couple of guys, Russian accents, bit thick. I need you to tell them Venus doesn't have their money. That's it.
What's in it for me?
Drinks on the house. For a week.
I don't drink.
You want cash? Whatever, I can do that. Question is, are you worth it?
Definitely. I'll do it.
I expected you'd bite. Empire Hotel. Tell them I'm broke. You can run, right? Never mind. Just don't go starting any street fights, alright? These guys are connected. Anyhow, a lot of people have yet to confess to the Beat Priesters. Later, darling.
I just hope someone does something they'll regret. Oh, and get rid of that annoying turnstile, will you? Back in a minute. And we can dance again. I'm not sure, Blobka, if you remember the entire soundtrack of this game. There were some well-known bands in the genre. I'm specifically addressing Blobka because I think the rest of the viewers will not be that much familiar with the
Not interested.
electronic, dark electronic music that is featured a lot in this game. Sounds a lot like, not sure, Ministry something or 9 Inch Nails? Nah, it's more Ministry, KMFDM like. Can I seduce him? No, I can't. Nobody? These outfits. Totally gothic. Funny thing is, if you go to gothic parties around these parts, people are still dressed like that nowadays. Well, maybe not like this one. It's a bit over the top. But the girls, yeah. Somewhat. Oh, Nope, can't talk to him. I'm looking for a guy I can seduce. Why are only girls?
What?
Oh well. Oh. No, can't get in there. BDSM, yes, exactly. Killing Joke. Was it Killing Joke? Really? Yeah, it does sound somewhat in that style. No, you mean Killing Joke was featured on the soundtrack? It didn't sound like Killing Joke, that song that was playing. Is there something where we can see the soundtrack? No, it does not. I might have to check that online. Or maybe someone can find a link and post it, the soundtrack to the game. Skyline Apartments. Trying to find Muddy. Heard an answering machine and headed downtown to the Skyline Apartments. Yes, the residence of a Mr. Milton. So, this is where the guy from Santa Monica went to. Let me check that as well. Thank you for the link, Maisie. Ministry, really? Was it Ministry playing then? I think it was. Confession. That would... Yeah, Confession, that's the church. So, Bloodlines by Ministry. I was spot on. Daniel Ash, Tiamat. Yeah, Tiamat, very good game. Very good group as well. Lacuna Coil. Yeah. Right. Thank you for the link, Maisie. It was Ministry. I was spot on. So do we... And this is the Empire Hotel, so the Russian guy should be on the parking lot. I'm gonna just grab a drink, guys, have a smoke, and then we'll do some more of the quests in downtown LA. Catch you in about 10 minutes or so. Right, here I am again for more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And let's dive right into it, shall we? So we have the main quest, the Elizabeth Dane mission, where we have to inspect the Ankaran sarcophagus, find out what the police has discovered, and steal or look at the shipping manifest. No, I think we need to steal it. We have the Russian guys around the corner to deal with. We have to check out Mr. Milton's apartment, where the guy fled from Santa Monica. And we have to meet Nines Rodriguez at the last round. Let's just start with this apartment, apartment 2A, and see what we can find. Police officer. We can't interact with him. He's whistling. Right. 2. No, not 4. I did aim for 2. But at least this is 4, so is this 2 or 4? Oh, it is 2. It's locked. Can we pick that lock? Let's give it a try first. Difficulty 5. We have level 2 only. We can raise it with dexterity or security. If we use blood buff, that just gives us 1 dexterity, I believe, maybe 2, so that would still not be enough. We do have experience, 14. 1 more and we can take blood theft, and that's the better version of blood strike. That actually steals a decent amount of blood and the victim dies. Don't think it works against supernatural foes. Yeah, we will still blood, but not have them die. We can also go for sleep. Target will fall asleep for 20 seconds or longer, becoming incapacitated. Could raise our aspects a bit more. That would give us 1 more wits. Although I would prefer perception for the ranged combat. Of course, we can also increase our abilities and our attributes. But I think I'm gonna wait for 1 more experience so I can get the level 4 thaumaturgy. So no way inside here by picking that door. Is there a different way? I believe there was. The only question is, will this guy mind if we head in here? Nope, he doesn't. Okay. And we can head to the -1. What is this place? Oh, computer. We're watching you. Security. Email. See if we can hack this. Difficulty 5? Apparently not. Apartment notes. Apartment 1. Simon Milligan. He's on TV, so odds are footage of his place will be worth something eventually. I gotta keep an eye on him. Apartment 2, that's the one. Sean Milton. He's a slop and he never really has chicks over. Some guy has been staying with him lately, so I haven't wanted to watch much. Apartment 3. Georgia Welsh. Rich broad is pretty hot. Password on her door is 9648, so maybe I'll sneak in there and steal some panties to auction off online. That was funny. Apartment 4. Vacant. Apartment 5. Paul Anderson. Keep the tape rolling. 6. Hannah Glazer. The gold mine. Something hot is always going down in here, and that something is usually Hannah herself. What was 3? 9648. Okay. So we can't read the emails. Came in through there. Anything useful around here? Doesn't look like it. Lots of boxes. Oh, the sewers. So if you're Nosferatu, you can come in through here, because you just can't walk the street when you're Nosferatu, can you? Nothing. The visual enhancement I'm running is actually making the game a bit too dark for my taste. Was there no... I thought there was a way to get into the ventilation shaft, but... Oh, but here, of course. Yep. Right. And there's a comfortable ladder, so this should be ground floor. Then we have first floor, second floor. We're inside the cupboard. Yeah, and there's a password over here. Bathroom. No. That was not what I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay, so nothing in the bathroom. Nope, nothing we can interact with. Okay, apartment itself. Computer. The safe. Let's see if we can hack it. Difficulty 6. Okay, we can forget about hacking that. Our hacking and lockpicking is not that great. The fridge. Nope. Anything. Nope. Well, guess we just have to check the phone, the answering machine. Nope. Nothing? We are in the second floor, are we? Mr. Milton's apartment? Because then there should be a clue around here. But apparently... Oh, there's a little door here. Nope. It's so dark. Way too dark. Oh, this is tree? Why is this tree, god damn it? That explains it. So the first one was the first floor already and not the ground floor? Just check first if there's nobody inside. Doesn't look like it. clothes. Guitar. Oh. Kendo for advanced students. I'm not sure if this still works, but in the original game you could actually grab a manual and it would say that you could increase your skill only to a certain level with that book. So for instance here it says I need at least 5 research, so I cannot read it because my research is too low. But it might also only work until a certain level to increase the relevant skill. And one trick you could pull off in the original game was to actually sell the manual to a shop, and then you could buy it back multiple times, increasing the stat several times for cheap. Well, for cheap it did cost money, but money is easier to acquire than experience, or you could get money on top of experience to further improve your stats. But it was somewhat gamey, of course. But I think with the current patch it's not possible to do that anymore. We do still have $1,000, so we are good on money. This is a diary, so yeah. Research 5, we have research 4. So we only need one more research to read that. So we'll get there eventually. And Kendo, I'm guessing that will increase the unarmed feat, which is not something that we find particularly useful with our female Tremere. Right, the apartment of Mr. Milton. A car stereo. Okay. This is obviously our clue. Let's check first if there is nothing we can grab. Nope.
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already on your way, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Right. Mr. Durbin and Mr. Milton, they went together for a certain job. But what job? What is this about? I was thinking he's gone, but no, he's just standing there. He's working very hard. That pervert cop of the security. But is he a cop if he's from security? I guess not. Am I gonna do the Russian guys? Nah, let's just head over to the last round to meet Nines Rodriguez. Or maybe we can find this place where Mr. Milton and Mr.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mag. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love.
This guy's so cool. What do you got in the truck? You sell counterfeit basketball jerseys or something? Right, that'd be great to know if I give a damn. What do you got in the truck?
Now, that is a legitimate question, but a better question to be, what don't I got in this truck? Cause at Fat Larry's, my motto is, everything's got a price, but I probably know somebody who can get it anyway.
You're gonna talk to me all night, or are you going to sell me something?
Nah, that's what I like to hear. But it's like this. I save my best stuff for select clientele. Now, that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, you know, business.
Show me the merchandise.
Check it out,
Right.
check it out. Step right up.
Now, he's got some stuff for sale. So we have the Colt Police Positive Special and the Ithaca. This guy can sell us a machine gun, Ingram Mac-10. Yeah, tubes for the shotgun, a Glock 19, fire axe, ammo, and some heavy clothing. Heavy clothing has an armor rating of 1, there are no stat penalties for equipping it. Examples would be jackets, coats, thick sweaters, sturdy trousers. What's our current armor? Light clothing. So light clothing doesn't give us any bonus, whereas heavy clothing would give us +1 armor. There are no stat penalties for equipping it, so that means there's no downside. We have enough money, so let's buy the clothing. Exactly, Blobka, buy the dress. Now, what about the weapons? We have a 4 ranged combat. So this weapon has a 4 rating requirement. This one a 5. Hi Jojik! We are currently in downtown LA, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and we are visiting Fat Larry. We just encountered Fat Larry, who is selling weapons. And I heard you like tanks, Jojik. Glock 19. Also level 5 requirements, and a machine gun Ingram as well. So fire rate high, range long, reload speed medium. Fire rate high, range medium, reload speed fast. You usually are in close quarters, so long range isn't all that useful. So fire rate high, reload speed fast is better than fire rate high, reload speed medium. And they have the same lethality. And the Glock has a better base damage. So this looks like a pretty solid weapon. The Glock 19. Let's compare it to the Colt Police, level 4 requirement only. Oh yeah, damage potential 8, 16 and 14. Lethality only 7 versus 9. Base damage is the same. This one does have a penalty of -1 if you don't have the requirement. It's definitely the better weapon. Not as lethal as the shotgun, but it fires a lot faster. And it reloads a lot faster. So yes, I'm gonna buy the Glock. And of course we will need some ammo for it. Right, that should do. Do we still need the Colt Police? Well, we only get $9, so we might as well keep it. But I'm not gonna buy ammo for it. Will we buy ammo for the shotgun? Yeah, a bit more can do no harm. There we go.
Check it out, step right up.
Can I just go and kill someone? I'm not here to kill. Why would I kill someone? That would be mean. Or wouldn't it? I'm not sure I know the way around anymore. I think this is the way for the last round. Look at these guys in suits, so you can already see something's going on here. Shining Force. I haven't even ever heard the name before. Right. Dark blood or curse, alight this verse, such power I sense in one so young, come find me where burns the mystical sun. The mystical sun. Right. So this is where we should find the Tremere Regent, and we are playing Tremere after all, so this should be a priority, I guess. Oh, JRPG. I've never really been into JRPGs, frankly. Okay, where do we go? Well, this is locked. Okay. Aha.
Greetings, Neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Likewise. Yeah, I got it. I'm assuming you are...
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Thanks. What is this place?
Ah, yes. Forgive me. I forget that you are not embraced within the pyramid. We share the same blood, you and I, but there is much you have yet to learn about our clan.
You're of the Tremere clan. We already know that. I wanna ask an intelligent question, not something silly like you're of the Tremere clan.
Yes. This new life in which you find yourself undoubtedly seems strange. I'm sure you have many questions, young one. I will answer those which I am able.
Good. You better be. What did you mean embraced within the pyramid?
The pyramid is the social structure of our clan, with each level of advancement watched over by the next. There are apprentices here at the chantry who are my charges, and I have a lord who watches over me and other local regents, and so on. In most cases, Tremere are very selective about who they embrace and how it is done. There are traditions and laws that we adhere to, so the circumstances of your embrace were, let us say, unconventional. Therefore, you are outside the pyramid.
I see. Can I get inside the pyramid? Be an apprentice?
Such things are possible, young one, but you would have to prove your worth to the clan before it would even be a consideration. Tremere guard their secrets well. Perhaps it is something we will speak of later.
I see. Tell me what a chantry is.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Cool, and you're a regent. What's that?
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
I'm new on dear Max. What's the word on the street?
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Right. I appreciate the advice. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Now, I'm not gonna mock him. I appreciate the advice.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Yeah, why? What's going on?
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Yes, definitely. Interesting, or dude, that shit is whack. Interesting.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks, their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Maybe I could look into the epidemic for you. TVs on in rooms, big warehouses? That sounds like Vampire the Masquerade, Yogic. We've just had the warehouse at the beginning of the stream. Maybe I could look into the epidemic for you. Camarilla, what's that all about? Yeah, we already know that stuff. Whatever, I have a few more questions. There's only room for one of us on that soapbox under here. Maybe I could look into the epidemic for you. He's our Tremere regent, so I want to be on his good side.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I'll do it. We'll figure out what you owe me when I return, or what's in it for me. Let's not push it.
Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the Anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
I remember that. I have a few more questions. Before I go, tell me a little about Camarilla, or I'll check in with you later. Well, not the Camarilla. I remember that I have a few more questions for you.
What is it you would like to know?
Right. And I still can only talk about the Camarilla. Well, let's talk about the Camarilla then.
The Camarilla? It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
Oh, Dishonored is also a pretty solid game. And I think Dishonored 2 came out, or is about to come out. I haven't finished the first one, but I played quite a bit of it and I did enjoy it. I'm out of here. Is this Cain and Abel? Or Abel? You mean you you bought him Dishonored? Well, by the way, guys, I also want to thank Maisie. Maisie, who gifted me... Wait a second. Wasn't this where we were coming from? Wasn't this... Yeah, thank you, Maisie, for Elle's Heartbreak. Maisie gifted me that game, and we're at the same spot again. Right, we'll head this way then. And that way... Oh! No, we are at the same spot again. Tremere Chantry, people. This way, that way. Ah, we found the exit. So thank you, Maisie, for Elle's Heartbreak, and I'll see, maybe I will potentially stream that game. It's a bit the same outset as another game I've played before, last year, where you actually start playing and then eventually you get to hack into the game while playing it and modify the game world around you. It's a concept I really like, and I'm curious how Elle's Heartbreak implements that compared to the game I played last year, which was... I can't remember the name. I really can't remember the name of the game I played last year. The Broken Circle? Something with a circle. The Black Circle? The Broken Circle? The I think it was a broken circle, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, the Tremere Regent wants us to go to visit the Anarchs, and the Prince wants us to visit the Anarchs, and the Anarchs want us to visit the Anarchs. So, oh, thought this was Fat Larry's truck. Apparently not. Where are the Anarchs? Good question, isn't it? Broken Mind. No, it was not Broken Mind. It was something with a circle. The black circle? I think it was the black circle. It was a good game. A bit special and definitely not something that everyone will like, but I liked it. On the other hand, I do have something for hacking games. Games I really enjoyed, like Uplink and also Neuromancer. Neuromancer, I don't know if anyone knows Neuromancer. That's an older hacking game. Whoa. There was some shooting somewhere around here. Where was that? This guy's running? Broken Mind, it was a joke. Oh yeah, laugh with me. Thank you very much. Go ahead. I'm here to be mocked at. Totally. I don't mind. I don't care. Oh wait, let's just head in here, because I know what's inside here. Right. Gory. Really gory. You've discovered the latest victim of the serial killer. He's torn up like the other victim on the Santa Monica Pier. Neuromancer the book. Yes, Neuromancer the book is definitely great. But I also like the game. So there's fire. Now remember, vampires and fire, they usually don't get along very well. Now there was a key card laying on top there, so we want to get on top of to the upper floor. The question is, how do we get there? The short answer, I can't remember. Probably over these boxes. No? That a ladder? A rope. Doesn't appear like I can actually... Ah, this is the way up. Yep. Neuromancer was the greatest. They all went downhill from there. I'm not sure what you mean. I've read Neuromancer, but you mean there are books following up on Neuromancer? Because I only read Neuromancer itself. Lucky Star Room Key. Okay. Well, might as well jump down here. There's nothing to see here. Please move on. Oh, we're still kneeled. It became a prose ain't sci-fi anymore. Okay. But have you played the game? Neuromancer game? It's a very old one. Is it a trilogy? Oh my god, it's very long ago. I can't even remember it being a trilogy. Okay. So, the last round where the Anarchs gather. And he looks almost like the bartender in Santa Monica. And that's one of the things that you can say about this game. They are using the same models over and over again. Yeah, he looks almost identical, only the clothes are different, but his face is like totally the same. Count Zero. Oh, they have here. It's Jack.
Well, looky who made it back in one piece. How's Santa Monica, kiddo?
I didn't get to do much sightseeing. It was okay. I'm not here for small talk now. What did you want to talk to me about? I didn't get to do much sightseeing. Nah, it was okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a stroll on the beach. So did you score a lot of skee-ball tickets down on the pier there?
Yes, no prize though. I didn't save up enough tickets.
I can't imagine you did. I'll be too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right?
You could say that, yes, exactly.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive. Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Politics. I ran into Nines. LaCroix is sending me to the Elizabeth Dane, or you ever heard of the Elizabeth Dane? Let's start with politics.
Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer, keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. 'Cause Prince LaCroix said so.
You don't follow his rules? Alright, but why me? Maybe it was because he had faith in me, knew I could do the job. Yeah, sure. Right. If you honestly believe that, you don't follow his rules?
Kid, I never answered to no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a suit and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X in their name.
I never trust anybody with an X in their name. That's a good one. Mona Lisa Overdrive. Yeah, probably check those out. Although I don't read books all that much anymore. Unfortunately, maybe because books are cool. Why did the prince send me to Santa Monica?
Because he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
Yes, that was clear. That was very obvious. I don't get it. Why did he want to kill me? How did Nines make a difference?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Ventura born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
You're not into public relations, Jack. Is LaCroix afraid of Nines? I thought he was the boss. I thought he was a... You're not into public relations, Jack.
Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
Is LaCroix afraid of Nines? I still have to ask it. I don't want to ask that question. I thought he was the boss. Yeah, the boss. What a silly... I'm talking against to an anarch and I would say that I thought he was the boss.
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is a boss. That's rich.
Hey, don't laugh at me. I had to choose that line. The game made me. You're not part of the Camarilla? Yeah, I think he's got that Napoleon thing going on. I'd say he's in charge of things. Right, you're not part of the Camarilla.
The free living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. What the hell that means? Anarchs. Those got a nice kick to it, though, huh?
Tell me about the anarchs. Yeah, tell me about the
That's
anarchs.
us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
How long has the anarch movement existed?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
Of course. It's good to know your history.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
Right. Interesting, guys. I'm gonna check those out. How can you win, though? Maybe. Does Nines feel the same way? Yeah.
You bet, kid.
Is he in charge here? Yeah. Who is... This is the Anarchs. Of course. There's nobody in charge, idiot. How come you're not running the show, Jack? Or later? How come you're not running the show, Jack?
Me? I never had much patience for negotiations. Everyone can live or burn. It's up to them.
What about the rest of Nine's crew?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nine's crew.
What clan are you?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Guessed as much. Yeah, same question we could already ask the Nosferatu guy.
What's on your mind?
What clan is... Why can't I ask what clan Rodriguez was? What's on your mind? Humans.
What about them?
Don't they sometimes get in the way, or what do you think of them? Don't they sometimes get in the way?
Ah, man, we got our own problems. Let the kin sink or swim.
I'm out of here. Oh, pinball. Call of Duty pinball. I've played lots of pinball when I was younger.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What does the prince have his little bitch doing today?
Funny, is Nines Rodriguez around here? I'm looking for Nines, now be a good little boy and go fetch him. If you don't get out of my face, Anarch, I'm going to rip yours off. Aren't we the friendly Premier girl here? Whatever, you're not even worth the snappy comeback later. I'm looking for Nines, now be a good little boy and go fetch him.
Nines is expected. Have some manners and don't wear out your welcome. I'm scared. Act up again, and I'll be the one showing your ashes to the door.
He's pissed off. He started by calling me the talk of the town. No, I'm not gonna talk with him. Like I said, I need to see Nines. Did you come up with all of that by yourself? Later. Later. Or maybe not.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
Not another goddamn speech.
What? Hang on a sec.
Shut up!
As I was saying, all this, the life we lead, it's a mess. It's older than this city, this country. Who knows how long this shit's gone on.
Okay. Is it going to take long? Go on.
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
Isn't it always like that, Mr. Rodriguez? Aren't you part of the Camarilla? Isn't the prince the leader of the Camarilla? This is all interesting, Nines, but I really have to go, and can I go now? Aren't you part of the Camarilla?
Them's fighting words, newbie. But you're young and stupid, so I won't make an example out of you. See, the Camarilla claims all of us are members, even if we don't want to be, which is, of course, the biggest load of horseshit a man ever heard.
So, what are you all about?
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. Bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
Anarch-free state. So the Camarilla is new to LA?
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Have you tried meeting with the Camarilla? Not a fan of the prince, huh? Sounds like you're the prince of the anarchs. Not a fan of the prince, huh?
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
Right, they're not really good friends, aren't they? Have you tried meeting with them? Sounds like you're the prince of the anarchs. Anarchs, lazy, loudmouth, street-fighting whiners. Truth hurts, doesn't it? Well, I guess this wouldn't put me in a good place with the anarchs. Have you tried meeting with the Camarilla?
I got their meeting right here.
Okay. Look at his face. I'm getting it pissed off. Says the man whose base of operation smells like cheap whiskey and piss. Sounds like you're the prince of the anarchs. Either line will piss him off, I think. I attempted to choose that second option. He did save my life twice, but that doesn't change the fact that he's actually a loudmouth in a silly bar, acting like he can get away those in power and that things would change. I'm gonna say 2. Says the man whose base of operations smells like cheap whiskey and piss.
To hell with you then. You go on back to your tower. Say what you want about me, but not one of us in this bar is a no-good, two-faced, backstabbing, would-be tyrant like that son of a bitch LaCroix. He and his Camarilla are on borrowed time. You tell him Nines Rodriguez said so.
Okay, he's pissed off. I find your gift for profanity delicious. Goodbye. Thanks for the save before, but I gotta go with the winning team. Nah, I'm not like that. I'll do that. Goodbye. I find your gift for profanity delicious. Goodbye. He's certainly pissed off now.
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
What are you talking about? Why do you ask? What the fuck's your problem? What the fuck's your problem?
You want to know what my problem is? Alright, I'll tell you what my problem is. You ready? You are my goddamn problem. Anyone who would lay it down for some cape in an ivory tower deserves what they get.
I make my own fate.
Oh, that's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws, like it or not.
Enlightening. Is there a point to all this?
You need to start listening, or you're gonna wind up just like your sire.
And who the hell might you be? Damn, you're annoying new head of the pep squad around here. And who the hell might you be?
I'm Damsel, den mother of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since LaCroix ruled him.
Tremere Region says an anarch is responsible for local epidemic. Pissed you don't say drink some bad blood or something? Or I don't know about LaCroix, I'm cool with nines though. The Tremere Region didn't say they were responsible. He said they might be, and it would be a good place to start. I'm gonna still choose that line.
That goddamn blood witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard shield. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
It's good to sometimes pick different dialogues just because they can be very funny. And that gives the game a lot of replay value after all. What's a plague bearer? Or sir, you would tell me about this plague bearer. Yep, I go for 2.
A plague bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. And if they get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Yes, Blobka. And they did a really good job at it. The dialogue system in Vampire the Masquerade is really brilliant. Do consider that this is an old game already as well. And it's made with a first-person shooter engine, not like your traditional RPG. But the dialogues are absolutely fantastic, and the way they're really tailored to your character, and every character really gets different character dialogue options, and I'm really fond of it. Another game I played years ago that had something somewhat similar was Dragon Age Origins. But somehow, yeah, the one in Vampire is even more refined, because with all the attributes and skills and disciplines, that gives you a lot of different dialogue, that impacts dialogues in many ways. And like in a tabletop game, if you have a seduction of 7, then a certain dialogue option will appear, and if you have 6, then it don't. Yes, Deus Ex is another great example of that, Blobka, absolutely. Although I've never played Deus Ex all that much, and the new, or yeah, it's not new anymore, but the Human Revolution, I never really got into it that much. Somehow I do prefer Vampire to Deus Ex, although I do like the music from the original Deus Ex a lot, and I do know it's a good game, it's got good story and all of that, but playing it was, well, maybe I played it too late, and it's somewhat dated by now. Because I didn't play it back in the day when it came out, unfortunately. Now, people might say the same about Vampire the Masquerade. If you are playing it now in 2017, you might say, wow, what's this? But still, I think it's different. How do you get rid of one? Sounds like an anarch problem. Good luck with that, excuse me. So how do you get rid of one?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
That's true. That's true. The Anarchs helped me out before, where do I start? I'll do it, but only because I'm bored. The Anarchs make a mess, I suppose I have to clean it up. Or I'll think about doing it, I have another question first. The Anarchs helped me out before, where do I start?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
So one of our boys' ghouls named Paul lives in the Skyline Apartments. Being a stranger lately looks like... Oh, we've been there, Skyline Apartments. Looked like that last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him. I'll check it out. Ghouls wise always ghouls. Fine, I'll check it out when I can. Or hope this guy's a prawn. Be a shame if I had to beat it out of him. I'm off. I'll go check it out.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Really? Dragon Age, Blobka. Couldn't play? Tried about 10 times? Oh, I played the original Dragon Age when it came out, and I never had really any technical issues or anything, and I quite enjoyed it thoroughly. I believe I played it more than once, which is a lot for a lengthy RPG game like Dragon Age. I never played Dragon Age 2 though, only the original one. Neverwinter Nights, I also only played the original one. Sounds like a bag of laughs, maybe I'll get to it later. I'll ask around right now. Bye, damsel. Right, let's head out of here. Oh, some shooting again? I hear shooting, but I don't see anyone shooting. Which is kind of confusing. So we need to check the homeless people, and we need to check this guy Paul in the Skyline Apartments, because we want to look at this plague bearer, of course. We can't go through here. Okay. These ones?
What? Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Well, woman, you look really ugly. I need to ask you about the sickness that's been plaguing the homeless.
Oh, you do? Well, I don't believe you. You're after my aluminum cans, aren't you? Well, you're not gonna get them. Just get away.
Would $20 change your outlook on things? I don't want your cans, just some information. Why would I pay her $20? I have Dominate. Surely I can dominate a homeless, diseased old woman? No, I would pay her $20? What? I don't want your cans, just some information.
Yeah, I heard that before. Come back with some green, maybe I'll believe you.
Okay, we understand. Fine, take a 20 and start talking.
Okay. All I know is that old Tin Can Bill, he's been jabbering about some kind of monster that took him somewhere and got him sick. And that's all I know, okay? And that's all I'm saying.
Where is this Tin Can Bill?
Well, you can usually find him down in his alleyway, just across from that bar over there.
Thanks, see ya. So, in that alley where we just went. And now the truck's gone. And we can move through here. You guys see him? Or are we supposed to go into the sewer already? Oh no, here he is. Wow, really dark.
Who's there, huh? Old Bill can't see too good these days. Is that you, Betty? I ain't got no booze tonight, so you may as well get the hell out of here.
It's not Betty, Bill. I heard that you can tell me why everyone's getting sick. Or I don't need your booze, old man. Tell me what you know about this epidemic. I don't need your booze, old man. Tell me what you know about this epidemic.
Yeah, I might be able to. But I'm awful thirsty tonight, miss. Could you spare $5 for a man who's been down on his luck?
Right. Sure, here's $5.
Thank you much. I'm going to have to go pick up some hooch. For medicinal purposes, you know. Now, I know you ain't going to believe old Bill, because I've been telling my friends and the cops and everyone since it happened. And people just say that it's the hooch talking and nothing more.
It's alright, I'll believe you, Bill.
It was a monster, you see. Monster with his face all twisted and ugly, teeth longer than your finger, and these eyes, piss yellow and full of hate. I've never seen eyes like that before. Still giving me bad dreams.
So what happened, or whatever? Just tell me where the hell this so-called monster came from. What happened?
He grabbed me, threw me over his shoulder, took me to the bad place, the dark place. Oh, God, the smell. Worse than anything and then he bit me. My neck. Oh, God, it was horrible. Don't remember too much after that. Blacked out and woke up here in my alley. Haven't been feeling too well since then.
Yeah, I can imagine. Bill, I need to know where the monster took you. Suck it up, old man, just tell me where the monster took you. Well, Bill, I need to know where the monster took you.
Came up through the sewers, he did. Just around the corner there. Don't want to go back to the bad place, friend. Don't let the monster come back and take me there.
Bill, stay with me. Everything's going to be alright. Don't worry, Bill. Someone's going to pay for this. And he's dead. Was going to happen anyway. Right. Well, while we're at it, so down into that sewers. What I'm gonna do next is just spend that experience, and then I will be closing of the stream for tonight, guys. And I will do some further streaming tomorrow. Possibly some vampire or maybe something else. I haven't yet decided that yet. Do let me know what you think. Would you like to see more vampire, or do you prefer something different tomorrow? Normally I had planned to stream vampire tomorrow and L.A. Noire today, but I have issues getting L.A. Noire to work on the stream, unfortunately. So we will go with Thaumaturgy, level 4 Blood Theft. And what's level 5? Blood Boil. Huh. Yeah. Their blood boils, they explode, and nearby will also take damage from the explosion. It costs 4 blood, that's quite a lot. This costs 3, but you get some blood back. Okay, let's just quickly remap our skills here before I forget. We'll make it easier next time. I still don't see the need for blood buff anyway, so I might as well remove that. So I'm gonna put now the Thaumaturgy level 4 in here, Blood Theft, Blood Heal, Auspex, Blood Theft, Blood Strike, Blood Shield, Blood Purge. I'm gonna do them in the opposite direction. Well, Blood Strike seems like the least useful now, because Blood Theft is more powerful than Blood Strike. And we will put the 2 Dominate commands in 9 and 10. Like this. So, yeah, melee, ranged, and we will equip the Glock as a ranged weapon. Shin Gunto, yeah, that's good for the melee weapon. I might Maisie, I'm not sure. If the game really doesn't have any windowed mode, then it still might be an issue. It just plain crashed on me as soon as I alt-tapped. So I could play it, I guess, but then I wouldn't be able to change anything in the stream, or yeah, that would be very unpractical. And I would even might be forced to restart my PC when I want to pause the game or something, like, or pause the stream. But I'll have a look in it for sure, because I definitely want to play some L.A. Noire. So let's see if I can find a solution. And yeah, let's keep the mapping. Let's make sure we save our game. There are a lot of autosaves. I do wish the game would just replace the previous one. Look how many autosaves just tonight. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 save games just for tonight. I might as well go around and delete some of those, but let's just save for the moment. And with that, I will round off the stream. There we go. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow for perhaps some more Vampire, perhaps some L.A. Noire, perhaps something else. I haven't figured it out yet. It'll be somewhat of a surprise, I guess. Other question as well, the Tuesday stream, third Tuesday stream with multiplayer. Any ideas welcome. First one we did some Frozen Synapse. This week we did Don't Starve Together. So do you want to revisit Don't Starve Together or Frozen Synapse, or shall we perhaps play some Chaos Reborn for change? Do let me know what you prefer, guys. And then we can do another multiplayer stream on Tuesday. And with that, I wish you all a good night. Thanks for watching. And be careful in the dark, because strange things roam around. Night, guys.